I only got.
Oh, you just got on and off, right?
I got high or medium.
Yeah, I heard.
I guess I realize I don't know when I'm coming up.
Oh, I'll just call you,
Well,
but
it
it's
might-
gonna be
might not be
no.
a
And if I do this,
restriction.
No,
everyone's gonna
don't
see
show
it.
me.
It's like
Yeah.
there's like three awards before you, or four
But are you
maybe.
doing like some resident presentations?
Yeah. Oh,
first and the
sorry.
awards are in the
Yes.
second half?
Yes.
Graduates awards slideshow celebrate. Okay.
Yes, of course. All right, everyone. This on? It's on. Okay. All right, everyone. We're gonna start the first annual resident Lovefest. I'm just looking to see if there's a line out the door still. I think not too far. Today we are going to lead off our graduation week festivities by having this new Lovefest concept. And the idea is that we can all celebrate together. It's a little easier than at the big formal graduation at Monona Terrace because everyone can be here. We will live stream it. People can watch from everywhere and all get to see the accomplishments of our senior residents and share that together. And then also the accomplishments of for teaching awards for our trainees and our faculty. So with that said, we'll go on to our agenda for today, which will be to review our graduates with a little something about each of them, awards, and then there will be a resident slideshow that the third year class made, and then we can continue to eat and mingle and celebrate. And before we go any farther, I want to introduce Dr. Moreno to come down and say a few words. Megan. One's on. I'm going to turn this on.
Well, good morning. It is a true privilege to add my congratulations and accolades to the celebration of this class of residents. I thought a lot about what to say, and I thought that rather than using my own words to stumble through appreciation, I would use the words written by someone much better at this than I am. So what I would like to share is an excerpt from a poem called The Layers by Stanley Kunitz. And I picked this because I feel this poem really reflects this moment in time of looking back and thinking about what you've accomplished as you get ready to walk forward. The layers. I have walked through many lives, some of them my own, and I am not who I was, though some principle of being abides, from which I struggle not to stray. When I look behind, as I am compelled to look before I can gather strength to proceed on my journey, I see the milestones dwindling towards the horizon and the slow fires trailing from abandoned campsites over which scavenger angels wheel on heavy wings. And yet I turn, exulting somewhat with my will intact to go wherever I need to go, and every stone on the road is precious to me. Though I lack the art to decipher it, no doubt the next chapter in my book of transformations is already written. I am not done with my changes. I want to thank you for trusting us with your training, for all that you have taught us, and we are so excited to see what's next in your own journey. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Megan. Okay. I'm going to introduce our graduates. So Amal Abdallah is going on to a pediatric neurology residency in Texas. For each resident, I'm going to read a little something that was told to us about them from their letters of recommendation. So for all of you, this is probably the first time that you are hearing this, unless your letter was shared with you. So here's what one person wrote about Amal. During her clinical rotations, Dr. Abdallah stood out among her peers, demonstrating excellent clinical technical skills and proved to be reliable in diagnosing and managing pediatric problems. She showed excellent history taking and clinical examination skills, which were the reasons behind her stellar clinical judgment. Being clinically competent, I relied on her management and treatment plans. She put hard work in her studies, achieving 6 of the University Excellence Awards in her years here. So congrats, Amal. Dave. Many of these are taken from Resident Olympics, the after pictures of this before and after. The before pictures are all like from their ARAS application before the hard weathering of residency. During one experience, Mr. Arndt was witness to a pediatric code and unfortunately ended in the patient's demise. Despite a hectic and emotional moment, Mr. Arndt held himself professionally and with much grace. I was impressed by his maturity and compassion. From my time with Mr. Arndt, I observed a student who is not only a self-motivated and driven researcher, but a wonderful and thoughtful person. I have no doubt he will be a strong contributor and excellent colleague in whichever program he joins. Very true. Congratulations, Dave. Whoops, I should have said Dave is going on to be a urgent care physician in the neighborhood, but not quite in Madison. Okay, Hannah Glantz, who is, fortunately for us, staying here for her fellowship in hematology oncology. Hannah is incredibly bright, talented, hardworking, clear thinking, and caring and supportive of her colleagues. She has the maturity of a graduating resident, not an applicant. Watching Hannah present the student view of accreditation to the Osteopathic College accreditation body showed her to be thoughtful, respected, inclusive, and most importantly, effective at clearly stating a viewpoint and advocating for change. Her contributions helped to pave the way for a permanent student representative to be placed on the college accreditation committee. Congrats, Hannah. And ongoing member of this class, Mel Johnson, who is already in her first year of Peds Neuro Fellowship here. Mel's skills are very impressive, able to effectively obtain a thorough medical history from even the poorest of historians. She also is able to perform a concise exam on any age, from infants to adults. Her experience as a mother has made her demeanor natural with children, and her experiences as a CNA, EMT, and unit clerk have made her compassionate and intuitive with patients and families. Her healthcare experiences have also given her an amazing ability to work in a multidisciplinary team. Finally, Melissa is a great person. She is kind and compassionate and passionate, and just enjoyable to be around. There were several long and busy days that were more enjoyable because she was part of the team, and her future colleagues in residency and practice will certainly benefit. I cannot say enough nice things about her, and I am confident she will make an excellent pediatric neurologist. I'm fortunate to call her a friend and would be more than happy to someday call her a colleague. Congratulations, Mel. We are also very fortunate to have Jack Quake stay on here as an allergy and immunology fellow. I think that's the third slide in a row of our good fortune in having people stay. Jack was inquisitive, curious, and hardworking, frequently staying beyond regular hours in order to ensure that his patients' needs are well covered and his work is completed. Jack and I had a few discussions during which he demonstrated a curious and inquisitive passion for learning. He was able to see and raise thoughtful questions that went well beyond the basic factual sets of data and addressed complex processes. He demonstrated a mature capacity to address controversial topics and scientific areas of uncertainty with thoughtful analysis and deliberation. Congratulations, Jack. Matt Lammers, cool guy, who will, fortunately for him, but unfortunately for us, has made an amazing fellowship for himself at Nationwide Children's in hospital medicine and infectious diseases. And you'll see this prescient statement about him. Simply stated, Matt is a superior medical student. He is highly intelligent, detail-oriented, professional, mature, self-motivated, goal-directed, enthusiastic, and extremely kind. During the clerkship rotation, he demonstrated an outstanding fund of medical knowledge, and he frequently disseminated outstanding practice-based learning and improvement skills of his own initiative, formulating focused clinical questions and researching the primary literature for answers directly relevant to them. Pediatrics is an excellent long-term fit for Matt. He feels attached to the patients and families and has an interest in global health. Long-term, I expect he will enter post-residency training in pediatric infectious diseases with interest in global health. Matt will be an outstanding pediatric resident. All very true. Congratulations, Matt. Melissa Luagi. Am I saying that right now? Okay, thanks. Who is going to be one of our amazing UW tentacles reaching out into the rest of the state of Wisconsin, who will hopefully take on some learners over time. Her letter writer writes, "She is one of the most dedicated medical students I have been able to work with. Wherever there was a test to follow up for a patient or further workup needed, she went above and beyond to follow up on it. She treated families with great empathy, which served her well. Time and time again, we hear from patients that one of their biggest concerns is not feeling listened to. And Ms. Luagi had a way with patients that made them feel like she listened to and addressed all their concerns in an efficient manner. And she's also the absolute champion of all resident Olympics. Congratulations, Melissa." Nicole Majachani, who is going on to NICU fellowship in St. Louis at Washington University. Her letter writer says, "Her enthusiasm and commitment to succeed in her career would make her an excellent addition to your program. She is very intellectual, articulate, and compassionate. She is empathetic, ambitious, driven, and highly focused, all qualities which I feel will make her an outstanding individual well-suited for a career in pediatrics. Once you accept Nicole to your program, you will have attained an extremely compassionate and knowledgeable physician who will gain the trust of children and their parents and will be an excellent advocate and champion of the underserved. She deserves your serious consideration. Congratulations, Nicole." Ryan McMunn, going to general pediatrics, also in Monroe, and also will hopefully be teaching some of our learners over time there. Here is what his letter writer said. "I have worked with many medical students and residents throughout the years. During my month with Ryan, he functioned at the level of a senior resident. He stands out as the best medical student I've had the pleasure of teaching. I offered to write him a letter of recommendation with the condition that he strongly consider returning to Monroe Clinic upon completion of his residency. I'd be honored to work alongside Ryan in the future as a primary care colleague. I recommend Ryan to your program with the highest level of enthusiasm. I would be willing to bet that he will be awarded the Intern of the Year designation. Please do not hesitate to reach out." So all of that's coming true. Congratulations, Ryan. Machi Myskowski is a Also outstanding resident and going on to pulmonary fellowship. Fortunately for, or I guess congratulations to him, but unfortunately for us, not directly here, but nearby in Milwaukee. I don't think I'm ever gonna not think of this Congo line when I think of Machi. That's not in his letter though. Okay, Machi demonstrates a quiet, approachable, and competent demeanor in his interactions with others, be they physicians or ancillary staff. Individuals around him seem to appreciate not only his intellect, but also the respect for others that he projects. He is anything but passive in his interactions, though. I have to believe that this will allow him to work and learn extremely well in team settings, but also in stressful and difficult situations in the future. Moreover, as his knowledge base further matures, I'm sure he will be able to instill confidence in those working with him. Ultimately, I believe he will be a very effective and competent leader, a skill obviously important in medicine. Congratulations, Machi. Dan Murphy, going to General Pediatrics back in the homeland to Ohio. His letter writer states, Daniel is very personable. He is serious, purpose-driven, calm, and friendly, cooperative, helpful, and mature beyond his years. He is one of these rare young people who you know in your gut will be very successful in whatever he decides to pursue. We've had multiple conversations regarding his desire to pursue a career in pediatrics, and I believe he has the right constitution and demeanor to be a highly successful and impactful pediatrician. I wholeheartedly support his pursuit in this endeavor. I regularly interview resident and fellow candidates in pediatrics, and I can say with certainty that Daniel is a strong candidate who will be highly successful. Congratulations, Dan. And Nelson. What? Also going to General Pediatrics in the Mesomaning branch of, I think, the Salk Clinic, right? Yeah. And came to us from our own med school, and I will read her letter. When you meet Kaya, you will find that she is poised, thoughtful, and professional. What you will not have the opportunity to witness is her enthusiasm for clinical medicine, flexibility and adaptability, and hardworking and positive attitude. It was truly a joy to work with her in the inpatient arena and witness these firsthand. I have no doubt that Kai will be a solid intern with an asset to any residency program. She will be an unintrusive leader, self-motivated learner, and provide unwavering support for her co-residents. All very true. Congratulations, Kaya. And future teacher of our learners going to Mesomaning. Anthony Salvatore is going on to nephrology fellowship following our trail of fellows going to Seattle for nephrology. And I will read what his letter writer wrote. Over the past years, I have worked with motivated, intelligent surgical residents and medical students, but rarely do I have the opportunity of working with a student as caring and motivated as Anthony. I worked with him one-on-one during his entire surgical rotation. It was obvious from the beginning that he would have been a good surgeon. The surgical rotation can be rigorous mentally and physically. With all these demands, he excelled. He was able to evaluate patients, perform thorough, thoughtful histories and physical exams, and well-written assessments and plans. He presented patients during rounds and did it with great poise. He researched and read about his assigned patients' medical problems. He had genuine curiosity about patients' clinical issues and exceeded expectations in his research of those issues. His presentations were delivered at an exceptional level. Sorry, exceptional. Some of these have a couple words missing, etc. He's very attentive to details, eager to learn, dependable and accountable. He's very proactive, always seeking opportunities for growth and feedback. This goes on to state more about your surgical skills, which maybe will be relevant in kidney biopsies, but I'll skip that part. Congratulations, Anthony. Rachel Streckert, who is staying on here as a chief resident and then looks forward to a career in complex care. And she'll also be participating in complex care during her chief year. Over the past 6 years, I've worked with many students, and I can say with confidence that Rachel has been the best student I have ever had. Many students do a fine job, but just show up on their clinic days without any advanced preparation. This is not Rachel. She would email me a few days ahead of time and ask what topics she should read about for that particular clinic, showing a deliberateness to her learning. She came prepared with notes on her reading and specific questions. She's very easy to talk to, approachable, and personable. She was giving presentations at a resident level. The most important thing you can take away from this letter is that Rachel is just a really great person. Congratulations, Rachel. All right, and last but not least, Abby Whitman, also going on to chief residency and then to a nephrology fellowship. Who knows, probably to Seattle. And her letter writer states, the first day of a new clerkship can be a bit awkward. The student is coming to work in a completely new specialty. The preceptor hopes to assimilate them quickly in a new environment. This was not the case with Abby. Advisors often tell students that part of selecting a specialty is finding your people. It was immediately evident that Abby belongs in pediatrics. She is a bright, enthusiastic student who was eager to learn everything she could about pediatric medicine. But accommodating to the pediatric clinic was easy for her. It was clear she has a love for children and is quickly able to gain the trust of patients and families. I am personally pleased she decided on pediatrics as a career. She'll be an excellent, dedicated resident, and I'm sure she'll be successful in whatever area of pediatrics she chooses. Congratulations, Abby. And I also want to say thank you and congratulations to Chiefs. This is from Resident Olympics, where they are both Bob Costas with conjunctivitis from the, I think, 2012 Olympics. I should say that Tyler is leaving us, fortunately for him, unfortunately for us, to go to a premier Peds EM fellowship, especially for someone who's interested in medical education at Cincinnati Children's. And then we are very fortunate to have Annie Ewing staying on with us as an endocrinology fellow starting in July. So thank you so much to our chiefs. Okay, I'm gonna go on to presenting some awards. And I just wanna say, would the awardee please come up after we say your name? There's an X here on the carpet that Riva tells me you have to be like there or closer to the podium so that you're on the screen. And you don't have to say anything, but you can if you want. And I think I'll go from there. So the Outstanding Intern Award. This award recognizes an intern who distinguishes themselves in some significant way through patient care, professional behavior, and advocacy for children. And this particular intern excels in all of those arenas. Congratulations, Allison Emmett. You are very welcome. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that was voted on by residents, faculty, and fellows. Thank you, Brittany, for that call out. Next up, the Jan Brady Award. This is selected by the second year class only, no one else votes, to honor their unsung hero. Congratulations, Jesse Bethel. You're- Yeah. All right.
Second years, y'all are the best.
All right, next up, Outstanding Senior Resident Award. This award, voted on by all residents, fellows, and faculty, recognizes the senior resident who demonstrates excellence in all areas of leadership, teaching, patient care, professionalism, and advocacy for children. Congratulations, Ryan McMahon. Completing the Lindsay Geyer prophecy. Except you're a senior, not an intern for it. All right, next up, the Outstanding Research in Residency Award. This is determined by the research and program leadership in the department for the resident who embodies the spirit and practice of curiosity in medicine and research to answer questions related to that curiosity. Congratulations, Matt Lammers. I have to not impede the X access here. All right, next up is the Outstanding Fellow Teaching Award. And this is awarded by the residents only to the fellow who demonstrates excellence, inclusivity, and enthusiasm in teaching. I want to congratulate Andrew Bigham. What?
You don't want this in the pictures.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Congratulations. Thank you so much. And thank you. Oh. Oh, we'll do that later. Okay, Dr. Knackers, please join us. Medical student education related awards.
Yes. Okay. And here's the mic. Great. I'm going to say a little bit more about my award recipients, so you don't have to come up right away if you don't want to. I'll give you the clue. I'll give you the cue when it's time. So first, it is with great pleasure that I present this year's Clerkship Teaching Award to a truly outstanding resident physician, Dr. Nicole Majachani. Nicole, I understand, was working nights last night, and so she is not able to be here today, but I hope that you are still watching online to hear the wonderful things that the students who nominated you have said about you. Dr. Majachani has been consistently praised for creating an encouraging and effective learning environment. Students appreciate her clear communication and her ability to empower them to take ownership of their patients, making them feel like a part of the team. Her approachability and supportive teaching style are both practical and inspiring, fostering a positive and collaborative atmosphere. One nominator said, "On a busy first day, she set aside time to orient me, which proved essential to my success on rotation in the PICU and will be integral to future rotations. She answered all of my clinical questions with thorough explanations, and she truly made the most of my time as a medical student new to working with highly complex patients." Nicole, you are a wonderful educator and a role model. Your dedication to the students is truly commendable. Join me in congratulating her loud enough that she can hear us online, okay? I also have the honor of presenting the Charles Lobeck Teaching Award. This is also selected from student nominations, and this accolade is given to a faculty member for their outstanding dedication to the mentoring and teaching of medical students. This year's recipient, Dr. Christine Zimmerman, has consistently demonstrated this when precepting students in her primary care clinic. She takes a personal interest in each student, offering patience and kindness that new learners deeply appreciate. Her ability to create a supportive and encouraging learning environment, coupled with her consistent and constructive feedback, helps students to achieve their goals and feel valued. By treating students as colleagues and involving them in patient care, she fosters a professional and respectful atmosphere. She's my kid's pediatrician, and I've gotten to witness this firsthand on several occasions. Her students appreciate how she encourages their individual learning goals and challenges them to build their clinical reasoning skills. The opening line of her nomination really sums it up. Dr. Zimmerman is a wonderful mentor, outstanding physician, and an amazing human being, and I couldn't agree more. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Christine Zimmerman.
Thanks, Kirsten. Okay, next up is the award for the Outstanding General Pediatrician. This is voted on by residents. Our outstanding general pediatrician this year is driving to clinic at the moment, so will not be able to join us online, has clinical duties in an outstanding manner. It's awarded to a general pediatrician who demonstrates excellence through the provision of care to patients in a primary care setting, a commitment to resident education, and the promotion of resident interest in primary care pediatrics. So I'd like you to join me in congratulating Catherine Lemon. Next up is the Ellen Wald Award in Intellectual Curiosity. The recipient of this award, named in honor of Dr. Wald, goes to a faculty member who most embodies the spirit of intellectual curiosity and love of lifelong learning in medicine. What other department chair attends morning conference daily, is truly present, and even brings a little notebook to take notes and look those things up later and email the class? So this year's recipient, Dr. John Flegel.
Dan, thank you.
Thank you. All right, the last award we have for this morning, and certainly far from the least, is the Todd Varness Resident Teaching Award. And this is named in honor of Dr. Varness. And I have a little quote about him. He found joy in just about everything in life and a fulfilling challenge in just about everything in medicine. Todd's teaching was an artistic experience, like listening to improvisations of a talented musician. He had a tireless work ethic, an inspiring and positive nature, and a true love for people. He passed away over 10 years ago now, and I know was an inspiration for a lot of people in this room, myself included as a medical student. And so it gives me a great honor to award this to Dr. Kathy Lee Miller. Kathy, I don't have the Kirsten level of preparation of quotes about the teacher, but I think we all know about your passion, dedication, effectiveness, humor, inclusion, and kindness in teaching. So thank you.
I appreciate it. I know he said people could say stuff and nobody said anything, but you guys know I never pass up an opportunity to say something. This means just so much to me. I got to work with Todd when I was a resident. I still remember the day I was in the PICU when the day was the day he passed away. It was really emotional because he was just such an influential person who made everyone around him shine just from the light that he gave off. So this is so incredibly meaningful to me, and I'm just really grateful. Thank you.
Right, we're going to transition to a resident portion of this event, slideshow put together by the senior residents. And I'm just going to set that, Riva is going to set that in motion, and I'll step aside. Thanks so much for honoring all of our graduating residents and award winners.
We lied. Hold on. Here's Miley Cyrus. She should be singing.
She was singing.
She was singing
was
this
All right. Thanks again, everyone. On behalf of the program, the department, we really appreciate everyone being here for the first annual Resident Love Fest. And I want to say thank you, especially to our graduating residents. Please continue to eat and be merry, and have a great rest. Oh, Brittany. Oh, sorry. And graduating residents, if you don't mind coming down, we'll do a group picture. And everyone else, then we can continue being merry. Thank you very much again. Have a great rest of your day.